bit of a late start on the vlog today. You know, with yesterday's sharpening video, like how awesomely sharp that is. Kind of doing a little cleaning yesterday, and I found my cold steel kukri machete. This thing's an absolute piece. Now I'm not going to try sharpening this in my wicked edge. The reason for that is that I think it's just too big, and I've got something else I want to try that I haven't tried it yet. Speedy Sharp. So basically this is some type of cutting tool. It's got a really sharp, probably carbide end on this side. And from everything I understand, I might be totally doing this wrong, but to sharpen it, you go in this direction, and then to hone it, you pull it back. Apparently they say it's got honing capabilities as well. So sharpen, hone. This is something you might want to be a little careful about. First I'll show you this bevel here. Like, look at the secondary bevel on this thing. It's really, really bad. Very rough grind on this. Don't even know what the steel is. It's some type of a carbon blade. But I think the idea is that you would hold this and kind of work with the blade away from you, and then okay. What you're actually doing is you're actually cutting away the materials. So there's the edge before, and I was going to clamp this in a vise, but again, this is kind of like a field sharpener, so we may as well keep it true to field conditions and just hand hold this whole thing. Let's see if we can't get a better bevel on there than what it is. I'm going to wear some cut resistant gloves for this. No sense cutting yourself if you don't have to. This thing is exhausting. Well, I'd say you can certainly cut a bevel with this. This thing is still, the tool looks like it's unused. And it really does cut the material quite well, but I don't think I would ever use this on a good knife unless you absolutely had to. And I think maybe that's kind of the design of this, is you think about this in a survival kit. I mean, that's awful tiny, and it would allow you to resharpen a very badly dulled blade, or even make a blade out of some piece of steel you find around even. I totally know this isn't going to work, but that's actually not as bad as I thought. Much more of a tearing type cut than a nice slicing razor type cut. It's definitely better than it was, but I couldn't get rid of all those little lines in there. They're still there. It's kind of too hard to get rid of them with this, I think, unless I spent hours doing this. Let's go chop a 2x4 and see what happens. So for a 2x4 chop, the edge actually held up quite well. This chip was out of it before, but that's not too bad. Just for fun, I want to compare that to my chupacabra. This is a knife I made a long time ago for dispatching chickens with a single blow. Works really well. Clearly the chupacabra is a better chopper. Just a heavier blade, it's 1/4 inch thick. And again, this edge held up really well, no damage. So that's good. Now the one thing I would note when chopping this machete, being that it's so thin, it really had a tendency to glance off to the side as you're hitting, much more than
this, but probably just because this has a little more weight to it and it could kind of force itself in there and get a better bite. This one didn't really glance one or the other at all. But I think this knife was like 13 bucks, so. So looking at some of the comments from yesterday's video, a lot of you guys are wondering if I'm sponsored by either Wicked Edge or the Razor Sharp Edge Making System, which are those paper wheels. The answer to both those questions is no. I bought my paper wheels from the Canadian Knife Making Supply, or knifemaker.ca. Again, that company doesn't pay me to say that. They don't even ask me to say that. I just say that because I'm a huge fan of them, and if you're a knife maker in Canada, you do yourself a world of good by checking out knifemaker.ca. They don't ask me to say that, they don't pay me to say that, I'm recommending to you based on my experience. But I did email Wicked Edge a few weeks ago and asked if there's any way I could get my hands on one of their products, and they said yes. They sent me my Wicked Edge sharpening system. Now there are also some comments saying that if I was endorsed by these companies in any way, shape, or form, then my opinion goes right out the window. If that's the way you choose to see it, that's totally cool with me. That's okay. If Tim Hortons gives me a free coffee and I drink it and tell you that it's a really good coffee, that I enjoyed it, you can take that as a lie too. That's entirely your prerogative. But ultimately, the way that YouTube works is a lot like television. Doing YouTube is a huge amount of work, and one of the ways that I get paid is from the ads that run before and during my video. Also, if companies want to send me something because of the work that I've done on this channel, I've kind of established an audience, I've created this thing that people are somewhat interested in, I'm going to say yes to it, especially if it's something that I would genuinely purchase myself. I probably get 3 to 5 emails a week at least of companies that want to send me stuff to review on my channel, and I almost always say no to that. Knives, survival kits, survival boxes, packs, hiking stuff like silicone bowls and walking sticks. I've had so many offers. Everybody wants to send stuff to me, and I just say no because it's not something that I'd actually go out and buy with my own money. But Wicked Edge never asked me to feature their product. I emailed them, I said, you know what, this is a long shot, but I've got this YouTube channel, it's doing pretty good right now, we're having fun, and I would love to try out one of your sharpeners and see how great it is, because it's something that I want in the first place. And they said yes. Like when I'd purchased my Dust Deputy, the cyclonic separator, I bought that and it worked so well that I emailed the company myself and said, hey, is there any way you donate one of these for a giveaway for my 50,000 subscribers? And they did. It's awesome. So that's kind of the way that this YouTube works. Once you've created a bit of an audience, now all of a sudden there's reasons companies kind of want to get their products into your hands. So yes, Wicked Edge sent me that sharpening system, but I asked for it. And now that I have it, I would absolutely spend my own money on that system because it is so good. Now you can take that as just sponsorship talk or whatever. That's totally your thing. But at the same time, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna try out a product that really sucks and say this thing's awesome, go buy it. Because ultimately, I care about my reputation. If I recommend something on this channel, it's because I truly believe that it's an excellent product, and I would feel willing to put my reputation on the line and have you go spend your money on something based on what I say. That's the reason I don't do all these reviews, because I'm not, first of all, I'm not interested. There's this company from China that emailed me last week, and they make knives, and they're really cool knives. They look like copy knives of some big, really great looking blades. And they said, you know what, we're gonna give you all of our knives, and you just do some videos and tell us that you like them. And I think there's about 20 some different knives that I could have had for free, but I said no because honestly, I wouldn't buy those knives for myself. I guess I just want to get that out there, guys, and be straight up and honest with you. I'll do my review of the Wicked Edge and I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. You can take it for what it's worth. If you think it's just a bunch of hearsay and hoopla because they gave it to me, that's totally fine. But ultimately, as a collective group that's involved with this channel, we all like knives and we all want our knives to be nice and sharp. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that, right? Different ways to get there, some work better for other people, doesn't really matter. Let's just keep our knife sharp, that's all. This little sit down thing that I just did, this me talking about this, that was literally probably the 16th take. I've been filming this little front of camera thing for over an hour. I would think this would get easier the more you do it. Okay, so my boys, they're gonna start making their own knife. You guys have your designs picked out?
Yep.
So they've drawn out their designs, and I'm gonna glue them to some wood and then cut them out. Why are we gonna make wood templates?
Yeah. To test if they're like feel right and stuff.
That's right.
Portion sizes.
That's right. One thing I recommend when you're getting into knife making, what I've always done, it really helped me out and it saved me from having to cut up a lot of steel, is that I'll glue the template onto a piece of wood, cut the wood out, and that way you get a good feel of the size of the blade. So, what we need, some of this, give that a shake. So what we're gonna do, we'll glue yours on like this, and then we'll glue yours right there. What you do is you go like this, I'll show you. All we wanna do is put a little bit of this glue on here like this. Just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to lay it down flat. You don't want to be moving around because once it starts to stick, it sticks pretty quick. Yep.
Like that?
Yep. Perfect. You can go ahead and lay yours right down beside Isaiah's here. Use both hands. Don't worry about getting a little glue. Oh, okay, that's good. Perfect. Now we can just zip. Cut all that up. See that blade? That'll be a nice one, dude.
Thanks.
Template's done. How's that feel in the hand?
Good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Next part is some steel, and then we'll start cutting it out.
Sweet.
Good job, dude.
Thanks.
Alright, well, I'm going to end the vlog right there. It's been a great day. I'm going to head inside, edit this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Much appreciated. Cheers.